What's up guys, TheMainManSWE here, hoping you're all doing awesome as always, and welcome to this small advanced guide here. I made a guide for Heihachi Mishima a few days ago, after the game has been out for 1 year, but I had to learn the stuff before I could teach it, I think that's a good thing. So I feel like I have more things to say about Kazuya. If you're new to the character, please check out my 60-minute long character guide for Kazuya. It's a very simple and short YouTube search away. But I felt like I wanted to do a couple of additional contributions, I think, because there's a lot of stuff I've learned and some stuff I want to explain. So I will daily now for 4 days upload chapters of my, I'm gonna call it like Kazuya Advanced Techniques or something like that. And we will be talking today about the fuzzy guard, so the timing of the 50-50. Tomorrow I'm gonna cover wall strategy, day 3 it's gonna be combos, and day 4 it's going to be how do we neutralize people who sidestep, because Kazuya's one of his biggest weaknesses is his vulnerability to people who step to their left. So we will be talking about that on day 4, but today, as I said, I will be covering the fuzzy guard. And this is a concept that a lot of people have heard about, but they're like, God, what is that? So before I explain it, I'm going to demonstrate it. Okay, so as you can see, I recorded the purple awesome shiny suit for Kazuya to do a double crouch dash into either a hell sweep or forward 3. And I was able to block it every time, and this is because of a mistake a lot of Mishima players do. And this is, they think that, oh, I'm doing the double crouch dash, and at the very same timing the forward 3 or the hell sweep comes out. But this is not true. And I remember when Tekken Tag 2 was released, and I played my brother Valle, and I was trying to get good with the Mishimas, and I always did this to him, you know, double crouch dash into forward 3 or hell sweep, and guess what, he was able to block it every time, and I could not wrap my head around it. It was like, how is he able to do this? Is he inside my head? Like, this is unseeable. But what I didn't understand then is that if I do a double crouch dash, and at the end, you know, I input 4 and 1 to do the hell sweep. The hell sweep is, if you count the entire thing with the crouch dash, because you have to do a crouch dash to do a hell sweep, if we count the input and the animation, it comes out at 20 frames. But the animation that comes out of the crouch dash, I mean the actual hell sweep, that's 16 frames, so that's without counting the crouch dash. It's 16 frames. But when I do a crouch dash and cancel it into forward 3, I mean, it probably takes a little while to move my finger, you know, over here. That's probably 1 frame. But the forward 3 is 19 frames or 20 frames. It's probably 20 frames, I think, in speed. So there's a difference there in a couple of frames that you should not, that you should take into account, but because some people will figure out that timing. So when I always did that, as I demonstrated to you with the purple Kaz there, is that's the fuzzy guard. I was always doing the same timing, so Valle, my brother, he knew that what I have to do when I see those double crouch dashes is that as soon as Adrian, main man, goes into the second crouch dash, I must duck immediately and then stand up immediately. So he would crouch guard and then stand up, because with my timing that I always used, he would block it perfectly 100% by doing low-high. Because on the second crouch dash, if I did a hell sweep, he ducked it, and he would stand up quick enough to block the forward 3, if that came out. So I hope you guys understand this, and it's something I, even at my level these days, sometimes fall into a trap of doing. If you've seen my latest video where I go from Suzaku to revert ruler, I play against a Kazuya who would have this fuzzy guard down, and when I used my stupid timing, he would block it every time. And this is, I know that this is, it could be a hard concept to take in, but it's so important. And I just want to stress the fact, as I've mentioned many times with you guys, you have to be unpredictable in this game. So what I want is for you to just mix with different, as this is a rather advanced guide, you might not have the movement down yet, but I just want to stress the fact how important it is to sometimes only do one health sweep, sometimes one crouch dash, sometimes 2 crouch dashes, sometimes 3, just to get your opponent, you know, twitching a bit and like, oh god, what is happening? You know, or you know, just doing a crouch dash sidestep into a health sweep. This will also realign should he step left. And that's also why, you know, doing delayed crouch dashes, like if you see these two timings, this is what I do first is a crouch dash into another crouch dash into immediate house sweep. You see how fast this is. Now I'm gonna delay the second crouch dash. So you can actually wait a bit before you input the house sweep from the crouch dash. Oops. So so this is the fast one again. Fast, very fast, slow, 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 fast, fast. So I know that depending on I guess where you are in your development as a Tekken player and as a Mishima player, you might think this sounds stupid, or you might go like, God, I don't know, does this even apply to me yet? But in the future it will. In the future this is going to be very important. I just wanted to get this out there because I haven't discussed this yet in any guide or video I've made, and I know how important it was for me to develop as a Mishima player, because I still have to remind myself of this from time to time. And there was a time where I played my brother and I could not for the life of me land a 50-50 on him. He would always block it, and I just didn't understand why. I thought he would like, he was reading my mind. He was, what's it called, telepathy. He knew exactly what I was going to do, but that was not it. He had, through playing against me, you know, for many years, just built up this muscle memory timing. You know, like, oh, he's doing his double wave, duck, high guard, duck guard, high guard, and every time it would be correct, because my muscle memory was trained to always do a double, you know, the same timing muscle memory, a double into this, or a double into 4-4-3. That was what Mishimas were to me. That was the timing I used, and Valle had developed his defense muscle memory in turn, and he would block it every time. So I just wanted to explain this rather complicated concept to you guys, but super important if you're interested in Kazuya and Devil Jin. Not so much with Heihachi, it's not as 50-50 oriented, but of course it applies to him as well. But okay, so tomorrow we'll talk wall strategy, the day after that combos, and on day 4 anti-sidestep. I hope this made sense to you, and yeah, perhaps you hopefully discovered another element to the 50-50. So thanks for watching and take care.